This is the day we chose to wake up. Actually, we didn't choose, we were allowed to wake up. So let's get it started. My name is Mo Morales. I suffer from multiple sclerosis, but that doesn't mean I suffer from missing out on life. I'm a gentleman lucky enough to have a great job as well as a part-time photographer and even a part-time YouTuber. Very small channel. I just broke 100 subscribers a couple weeks ago, but I'm sitting at 103 still, so it's not like I'm moving up the chain. But luckily for me, I don't do YouTube for the money. I don't do it for the views. I do it for the outlet. I appreciate the avenue it allows me to pursue. I love to teach people about the craft of photography, so I've kind of embraced that, giving tips that I thought were beginner level tips, but I'm realizing sometimes I do dive into the intermediate level tips. But that's good. You know, the more you know as a new person going in ahead of the curve, the more you're ready to accept it and prepare for it. Sometimes if you're told stuff sequentially, you don't get a chance to big picture it. And life is all about the big picture, because a lot of times you're going to be so unhappy. I have my watch in the shot the whole time, right? What are you going to do? Because so much in life is about sequentialness, and that's what you're taught in school and this, that, and the other. But you actually should learn things, you know, give me a little bit of this and then a little bit of that, so that in big picture, it all makes sense together. Like, you want to learn to run, but you want to learn to pace yourself so that you can run further. That's some deep stuff right there. That's a little heavy for you people at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday after you were up watching UFC reruns all night long. That's all right. I'm about to go get a haircut, so yeah, we'll see if I'm able to record any of that. The gentleman cutting my hair is a very fine gentleman. He's a great barber. His name is Tito. He has a shop called True Glory Barbershop. He's a proud witness of his Savior, Jesus Christ. He's a proud Christian, born again. I should say born again. He's a proud Christian who wants to tell you about his Savior, Jesus Christ. But he's never throws it on your lap, forces it down your throat. And I respect that. I respect any person who's so strong in his belief that he's going to tell you about it. And if you follow the writings in the Bible, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to share the message of the coming. So I respect any person who dives into what they feel and what's their passion. I don't like people who half-ass things and say, oh, I'm for this, I'm for that, yet they wear it under 2 layers of winter coats in the summer because they don't want you to really know. They just want you to know. They want you to have an idea that that's what they do, but in reality, they're ashamed to share that. They're ashamed to admit it. You got to find out who your true voice is from the inside. Let that out. I just love talking to myself in my car. That's another thing too, so it helps. I do, on my Instagram channel, I do Mo's Motivational Minute, Mo's Motivational Minute. And what I do there is I find a quote of inspiration, motivation, or thought-provoking, and I repeat the quote. If I'm up awake enough that morning, I tell you who I got the quote from, and then I break it down in my personal opinion within the 1-minute video time limit that Instagram allows you. Sometimes it becomes a movie, but try to add a little flair to it. I try to add a little comedy to it. And sometimes you just got to be dead serious, because life is dead serious, and you have to deal with the facts. So before we get to that barbershop, I'm going to stop and get some coffee, because the world needs fuel. And I like to bring Tito some coffee when he's cutting my hair, because I want him to, one, be awake, two, realize that his customers appreciate him, three, be awake when he's cutting my hair. I have a big ass head. I have a large head, so you know, I know he's in there. So when he puts his seatbelt on, he's gonna be there for a minute, and I want him to have some comforts and something to go to if he needs it. All right, so I got into the Dunkin' Donuts, got my coffee. Now I got about to get my self-made into a human again by the master himself. We've talked about him already. All right. Feel no pressure.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spreading my mind, but I was all out of hope.
All right, so Tito took care of me and gave me this nice little fadey touch-up, look like a human being again, to get back to our normal day. So I'm gonna actually head over to the city, or my hometown, Hoboken, probably at least, and do some street photography. You're welcome to come with me. It's one of my biggest outlets in life. It helps me relax. It helps me stay focused on my other photography, on my real works and my other things, because it's a canvas for me to paint on, street photography, and I take full advantage of that every chance I get, even in this tough world we're living through right now. So let's go do that. Walking through the streets of Hoboken, pandemic-y, everything is typical Hoboken. You have to pay for your parking spots. If you're a business and you want outdoor setups, you have to pay for that, which means you're blocking some parking spots, which means there'll be more ticket money. I love my hometown for growing up in it. I just don't love what it's become. Well, thank you for coming through this journey with me today, by the way.